Reporting live, it's collecting plastic from the scene of the crime where one man has once again overdosed on Funko Pops. As you can see, I lied last time when I said I was going to cut back on Funko Pops. And some of these are from way back. I've been still saving them. I have several from Hot Topic, a couple from Target, one from the Funko shop, Toy Tokyo, one from a fellow YouTuber, and that's it.
And that's it.
So first up, it's one from Target. Some decent bubble wrap. Oh my god! So as you can see, definitely damaged. The box wasn't damaged. The bubble wrap was pretty nicely around it. But I feel like if you think about it, somebody with big ass mitts or something, I don't know. This was definitely damaged before it was in the box. I feel like somebody might have grabbed it, packed it a little hard. That's unfortunate. This guy's hard to get. He was the one that sold out first online. Pretty sure in store he was hard to get. That really pisses me off. So we got another one from Target. I mean, it's a really bad start. So now they're double boxing probably the comment. It's probably a comment or something. Oh. So you see how old this is. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is from the New York Comic Con last fall. This is Beachhead from G.I. Joe. Honestly, this was one of my favorite G.I. Joes as a kid. Definitely an army builder G.I. Joe. Really like that they put the retro artwork on here. Although I do like the original G.I. Joe packaging that had the blast artwork that was on the original action figures. I don't know why they changed it to black. Maybe it's from a G.I. Joe movie or something. Let me know. So this is FYE. I think it's FYE. Pretty sure FYE uses this tape. I don't ever recommend ordering from FYE unless it's a exclusive, because like Target, they're very hit and miss on their shipping. So this is Sylvester as Batman. I believe this completes my set of these Looney Tunes DC figures. And I gotta say, I think this is my favorite one. We don't have them on the back here. I think Lola Bunny is really cool too, but Sylvester as Batman is definitely my favorite one. And this one right here is from the one and only Franklin FM McGinnis. I'm pretty sure you guys all watch his news show. Look at that. What a pro. Pop in a sorter box. Keep it nice and safe. FYE and Target take notes. And this is She-Ra. Definitely one of my most wanted Pops. I believe the original, it's pretty hard to find, especially in a mint condition, so I'm glad they redid it. And Franklin was nice enough to hook me up with the Glow in the Dark Specialty Series. Specialty Series just means that it's an exclusive, but not to a single retailer. You have to be kind of like either a comic book shop or a specialty pop retailer online, something like that. It's a way for a smaller store to have an exclusive. Here are the other new Masters of the Universe. Really, really like this one. Definitely better in Glow in the Dark. Thank you very much, Franklin. Now this one is from Toy Tokyo, and honestly, I can't remember what I ordered from Toy Tokyo because I can't even remember. This has got to be like 6 months old. I mean, it's so old the tape is coming off. This is already making me a little nervous. So this is Ninjor from Masters of the Universe, and I believe this might have been New York Comic Con as well. Usually Toy Tokyo is involved in New York Comic Con. Feel free to call me an idiot in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, another one from Masters of the Universe. Really cool. Look at that graphic on his chest there. Kind of a more normal, simpler looking one for Masters of the Universe. Honestly, this has got to be the most random set of pops. Or not pops, but character designs ever. And they're so ugly that I love them, really. But this is probably the most normal looking one. Toy Tokyo exclusive. And I gotta say, Toy Tokyo isn't the best at shipping mint pops, but this one's pretty mint. You can see they, for some reason, wrapped the box with paper like that's gonna do anything. Except for make it seem like you're opening a present, but they're trying. And this came pretty good. And this is from the Funko shop. This is the first order I get from the Funko shop in like 5 years that comes in a box like this. This doesn't seem like a normal shipment box. It's a little softer. I don't think anything's gonna be wrong with it, but we'll see. So no bubble wrap, it's actually paper. Look at how awesome that is. And I ordered two, so I'm definitely going to open up this one and take a closer look. And look at this guy. It looks just like he does in the movie. You know, I actually got to see this suit of armor up close. Francis Ford Coppola actually used to have a winery in Napa. I think it's still there, but he doesn't own it anymore. But he used to have this suit of armor. He used to have the desk from The Godfather, his Oscars there, and a few other things from his movies. But I remember the suit of armor from Dracula looked so cool in person, and it was the one from the movie. I already loved this movie. Like, it was one of my favorite movies as a teenager. It still is. The only thing I think it would have been cooler is instead of a sword, he was holding that big fuck off spear that he holds in the movies where he's just impaling people, you know, because it's Vlad the Impaler. Why not make him with a spear? I mean, because he's Vlad the Impaler. But that's a very small thing because honestly, this pop is awesome. Really a bunch of great detail. And this is just the other one. And now on to Hot Topic. As you can see, I have several that were shipped in bags. And they've been hit or miss, but honestly, I'm not too opposed to the bags because I've been pretty lucky with them. They're shipped in sorters, and sometimes it's just easier to throw these bags away than a gajillion boxes. Bite. So this is Scratchy from The Simpsons. There's the new Simpsons wave. I totally missed out on Lard Lad. Hopefully they restock that one, but so this is a common, right? And I always tell you guys, buy the pops when they're cheap. Right now you can get this Itchy and Scratchy, this Scratchy for $9 to $10. I fully believe, unless they come out with a bunch of variants where they're bloody or holding a bunch of weapons, which they might do. Like I can see them making a Scratchy with like a machine gun or something. Or maybe not a machine gun because they don't like guns, but a different weapon. And that will, you know, not make these skyrocket as much. But as soon as Itchy and Scratchy are vaulted, and probably Chief Wiggum, definitely Barney. I see from this wave, Chief Wiggum, Barney, Itchy, and Scratchy definitely shooting up in price as soon as these are vaulted. So don't scoff at these because they're commons. Eventually, you're not going to be able to get them anymore. And that's when everybody's going to want them. And you're going to have to end up paying $50-$60 for this guy. Guaranteed. Now, this is where I start to get really nervous because this feels like 4 pops in a bag. Very easy for people to toss this around, stack things on top of it. So if there's a damaged one in this, I won't be surprised. So here we got Otis from his Money in the Bank wins. Spoiler warning. Look at that big boy. What a beautiful man. But the WWE Pops are another one where they tend to go up in value quite a bit once they're vaulted. WWE fans are very, very loyal. I don't see them making a bunch of Otises either. This might be the only one. So far, so good on the mint condition. And look at this guy, man. I'm seriously impressed by these Dracula Pops. Look at Prince Vlad. Although, you know what? Those glasses are a little dark. You see how light they are on the box? I think they need to go a little lighter with that translucent because they are translucent. But they're so dark they kind of look like they're just painted blue. Still, it's a small thing because I think the sculpt on this looks very good. Definitely, if this was out of the box, you notice that it's Prince Vlad right away. Here's the other ones. Here's Count Dracula with the butt head there. Yeah, pretty cool wave. And here's Edge from the WWE. Not my favorite wrestler ever, but definitely nice to add him to the collection. Edge has been in the WWE for a long time. WWE. In the dumbity. Yeah, here's Edge. And if you notice a common theme here, a lot of my Hot Topic buys are commons because they're definitely one of the best places to buy common. And so far, so good on the mint condition. And here's Drew McIntyre. How cool, though, would it have been? I mean, I like the smirk. His hairline, I think, should maybe be receding a little bit more, if we're going to be honest. But how cool would it have been if he was doing the Claymore?
Monday Night Raw. And another Claymore kick.
You know, it might be kind of hard to do with a Funko Pop, but definitely Drew McIntyre doing the Claymore would have been dope. And here we have Dragool's arch nemesis, Van Helsing. Kind of sucks you can't see the torch, but I can already feel it. It's bent a little bit here. And I do feel like that is from being in those bags because very easy to toss. What was that, 5 pops in one bag? So that was 4 for 5. Not bad. The box damage on that bag. The box damage on that bag. How am I gonna get through this? The box damage on that. The box damage on that Van Helsing is pretty unacceptable. It's gonna be very hard for me to sell that unless it goes up in like 3 years to like $200 and somebody's willing to pay maybe $120 to $130 for that kind of damage on a box, because I would call that extensive damage where if I were to rate that box, I couldn't go above like a 6 out of 10, probably 5 out of 10, because it's a serious dent, but it's not on the front of the box at least. More Hot Topic. The rest of these are Hot Topic. And here is Itchy. Mint condition. That's one thing I've noticed about Hot Topic is that if the box isn't damaged on the outside, the pops will be mint on the inside. They don't pull any shenanigans where they crush the box before they put it in, you know, being jokers or whatever. That's why I trust to order from them more than anything. This, you know, of course, right when I say that, there's a little bit of damage here, but this is pretty minimal. Maybe even could put a little piece of, a little dollop of glue there. A little dollop of glue there. and fix that, I would call that very, very minimal. Just because of that, you can't call this mint, but you put this in a pop protector, you won't be able to see that. One more in a bag, a single one. I tend to notice that the single pops in a bag, really never an issue. And isn't it funny how Funko doesn't like to put guns and stuff on pops, but they'll definitely put them drinking a beer. And for you long-time collecting plastic fans, well, for you long-time collecting plastic viewers, you'll notice that beer looks a lot like the beer I used to have Drunk Tony drink way back in the day.
First we had that fake-ass Captain America. Now we got this silly broad Captain Marvel. How about some Captain Morgans and Coke, man? Come on, make it happen. Whatever it takes.
Not bad. But yeah, Barney came out really good. Sometimes these animated pops don't translate very well because of the 2D animated style. You're so used to seeing that style, so when you see it in 3D in such a stylized form as a pop, they can look very weird. If you look back at the original Simpsons pops, they really didn't translate well, but whoever's designing these new ones is doing a very good job on something that's very, very hard to do, translating 2D art to 3D art, heavily stylized. And I think this Barney looks pretty excellent. The teeth crack me up. The belly cracks me up. The chest hair, the beard. I hope they do a variant of this where he's burping. That would be pretty awesome. Another thing I'll say about Hot Topic is that I believe it's still every $100 you spend, unless they've changed that and I haven't been paying attention, but I believe it's every $100 you spend, you get $5 credit to your next purchase. And it doesn't have to be like you have to order $50 to get the $5. It's basically like money. So think about it as getting 5% off for every 100 that you spend. And, you know, they always send you hot cash too. So when they have their hot cash window open, it's a good time to go buy the commons when you can get them pretty much half off. So when you think about it, getting common pops for about $6, it's a pretty good deal, especially because a lot of people, like I was saying earlier, snooze on the commons, they go up in price, then they all want them, and you're over here sitting pretty because you got them at $6. And here is Chili from TLC. Looks like she got knocked around a bit. Look, she's leaning forward there. I was lucky enough to get the Chase waterfall version of Left Eye from my last Hot Topic shipment. So, you know, when you order from small retailers, they're always going to pull the Chases out, sell them on eBay, whatever. You're never going to get a Chase from specialty Funko sellers. Just know that. But places like Hot Topic, the big corporations, don't take their Chases out. So you still get a chance for what that's worth. Didn't get lucky on Chili though, but she looks good. And here's T-Boz. Didn't get lucky with her either. And I'm not sure if... Can I see that, Chili? Yeah, it looks like Chili is actually on her stand. And I didn't notice before. Actually, I'm going to take her out because she's a little crooked in here. I want to fix it. But usually these come with a nice, just clear, generic stand. But it looks like they're meant to look like water. So yeah, as you can see here, they mimic like she's walking on water like in the video. So yeah, I really like that. That's a really nice touch that they didn't have to do. A lot of people probably aren't even going to notice that because they don't take them out of the box. So yeah, nice little touch. Very subtle. But I really like those details. And it looks like T-Boz came a little loose because her stand is behind there. Honestly, if it wouldn't have came loose, I would have never noticed it. Oh my god. And look at this. So Hot Topic decided to send me oodles loose in just a big ass box. I mean, like they're Amazon or something. pretty sure this is going to be damaged. Yeah, so there's a little fraying here. The box looks okay in the back, but you see a little crease here. And it generally doesn't feel crispy and minty because it was tumbling around in that box in shipment. Unfortunately, but it's not as bad as it should be. Some creasing here too. So definitely not mint, but not as wrecked as I expected it to be. But lots of little scuff marks, little scrapes. Overall, not minty, but there's no heavy dents or anything. It just looks like it's been handled a lot, tossed around a lot because they put it in that box without a sorter, without bubble wrap. Very unlike Hot Topic. So just so you know, it can be hit or miss with them too, I guess. Nobody's perfect, but this isn't as bad as it should be. So I think I got a little bit lucky, but I would still grade this like an 8 out of 10 on the minty scale. Maybe a little less. But enough about that. How cool is this pop? I think it's definitely one of the best variants they've ever done because all of the oodles, they're repaints, but they look so very different from each other where they almost look like different pops, even though they're repaints. Definitely one of the best ways to use the same mold, make a variant, is just, instead of just making it glow in the dark or whatever, they literally changed the flavor of this, making it into like a new character. I really like that. So you see here, protection, sorter boxes. Not sure what the hell was going on over there. Oh, so it looks like we got another NYCC pop, and this is Junjo Ito's. So at first I thought they were gonna make pop from the Junji Ito. I'm gonna mess that up every single time. From the Junji Ito manga, which I like. His mangas are really creepy, dark. They're not in-your-face horror, but the situations are so insanely creepy that they stick in your mind for days. He's very creative when it comes to his horror. I'll put it that way. But unfortunately, these ones are from the anime that they did from his manga, and of course, they can never replicate his art 100%. This does look like the character from the manga, but it's in color, right? And the manga's in black and white. How awesome would it have been if they would have made these pops hard white and just black lines in a manga style? Because they can do that. I mean, look at the lines around the eyes. That looks like, the manga speed lines or whatever you call it. Make fun of me all you want. I don't know the correct terms, but that looks like the inking on a manga, right? So if they would have done that all over the whole body, made it black and white, taken off the Crunchyroll here, and just made it from the Junji Ito mangas, I think these would be infinitely better. I still like it though. But I think it's going to stop me from getting the rest of the series, except for the Slug Girl, because that one looks really good. Oh, yes. And definitely, I think one of my favorite pops of the year is the comic book guy from The Simpsons. This is also New York Comic Con. But look at the way they did the minty comic book in the comic book bag to protect it. It looks so, so good. I think that's the first time I've seen Funko do something exactly like this. It looks really, really good. Nice and minty. One of the best pops, I think, of last year. Oh, and look at that. Your boy collecting plastic is a dirty, rotten scoundrel scalper. He bought 2 of them. But one of the reasons I bought 2 was just in case one came damaged. And I'm pretty sure I can use this for trade bait or resell it. And again, look at this. Look at this. One single pop in a big ass box. At least they put paper this time. Prevents it from bouncing around. Might have saved it, but I can already see some damage. So you see here, frayed out corner. Rest of it looks okay. But yeah, this corner is damaged, but it's not dented anywhere else. This corner just caught something when it was bouncing around. If you put this in a protector, sit it on the bottom of like 8 pops, that might flatten out eventually to where you don't see it at all. Not a crazy amount of damage. You can get away with calling this like a 9.5, maybe closer to 9 out of 10. But look how cool this pop looks. I'm going to take him out because it's got a lot of great details. But yeah, here's Freddie Mercury from Queen, one of my favorite bands of all time. I know Bohemian Rhapsody by heart. But look at that majestic ass chest hair. What a sexy man Freddie Mercury was. Crown looks very nice. Yeah, really like this one. I think if you're collecting the Queen Pops, this is a must-have. And that's all the Pops, guys. So now it's time for the bonus round. So obviously you can see that this isn't a Funko Pop. Like, how could a Funko Pop fit in there? What the hell are you buying collecting plastic? The mystery continues. And this is the Shinji fig pin from Evangelion. And these fig pins are really nice. Like, it takes a lot for me to pick up a new collectible. And I'm not going to start collecting fig pins, but there's just certain properties like Evangelion, which I kind of like collecting almost anything Evangelion. And these fig pins look really cool. And what I like about them is that they work as a pin, but they also have like these little stands so you can stand them up like a collectible. Kind of a nice touch. Little sticky here, I think is where he took off the price tag. Unfortunately, I hate when they do that. They should just leave the price tag on. Sometimes when you're buying a really old collectible and it has a price tag on there, a lot of people don't like that, right? Because they think their box isn't mint. But if you're buying something, I mean, not that this is an old collectible, I'm just talking about collectibles in general. If you buy a really old collectible that's expensive, sometimes having that price tag on there that says like, you know, Kmart or something like that adds to the authenticity of it. And it's almost like you know you don't have a bootleg. Because what bootlegger is going to go out of their way to make like an old school, really super accurate, weathered Kmart sticker, right? Nobody's going to do that. So sometimes if you're paying a lot of money, don't scoff at it just because it has that price tag on it. It might make it worth more. And here's Rey Ionami from Evangelion. Most people's favorite girl, but to me the best girl is Misato, and I don't think they've made a Misato fig pin. I hope they do. I haven't done the research on that actually, but Misato is my favorite. But this Rey looks really good as well. Really great detail in these fig pins. And here is Bruce Lee in his yellow jumpsuit. This is from Game of Death. Obviously what inspired the bride in Kill Bill. But yeah, this guy looks pretty awesome. I had a gigantic poster of Bruce Lee on my wall as a teenager, and I mean gigantic. Like it was about the size of 4 posters put together. And actually, I want to say that the Bruce Lee pop was one of the first 5 pops I bought when it was still at retail. So definitely a big Bruce Lee fan. Now this makes me a little nervous because we got a collectible in a bubble wrap envelope. They stack anything on this, it's gonna get damaged, so hopefully this is okay. Well, they put newspaper on it. Might as well be bulletproof. And it looks okay damage-wise. It's got some jizz or something on it here. But this is Asuka's Eva Unit 2. The perfect Eva. And yeah, it looks really, really good. I'm really impressed by the detail, the color, the paint. I mean, there's even shading. I mean, when's the last time you saw shading on a pin? Really, really nice. Alcohol swab will clean this right off. But yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that for being shipped in a bubble wrap envelope, it's not bad, and even the tag's semi-straight. See, now, you can tell that whoever sent this, because this is from eBay, whoever sent this, these are all from eBay, by the way, but the person that sent this is a collector. I mean, because look at this. Bubble wrap, box, more bubble wrap just in case. This is somebody that cares about his collectibles. See, like I said earlier, you don't need to take this off. Obviously, this was from GameStop. In the future, like say, you know, say I hang on to this and I die and my grandkids in the future want to resell this because like they go, dude, grandpa was a fucking nerd. Like, we don't want this shit. And they go to sell it, right? This GameStop sticker will add authenticity to this. And it's on the back, so who cares, right? But this is Shinji's Eva Unit 1. Also looking really, really cool. Although maybe it's just a perspective, but didn't his little halo part come out a little higher? But it could just be the perspective. Other than that, looks cool. I mean, his progressive knife could be a little longer, too. Looking a little short there, Shinji. For the stabby stabby. Alright, last one. So first up here, it's Jubilee of the X-Men. And this one has a chase version. Figpin doesn't put a chase sticker on theirs. I want to say Funko was the first company that actually indicated that their chases were chases. All the other companies just used to throw them in there and you have to have a good eye. But the Chase Jubilee, I believe, has glitter all over her. Which is appropriate, you know, because it's Jubilee and her power. But this is just a common. And since I'm not a big fig pin collector, I mean, I guess that's what I said when I only had 5 pops, right? But I'm not too worried about having the Chase Jubilee when it comes to fig pins. I just like the X-Men. And she looks really good. And here is my first love, Rogue. You know, I used to draw Rogue when I was like 12. And I used to draw her with like the biggest titties. Face looking a little ugly, honestly, because Rogue is hot, but it's a pin, you know, I guess pins can't be hot. And here was my favorite X-Men as a kid, Gambit. He had the coolest power, could charge anything up, turn it into a grenade pretty much. He was actually more powerful than people thought. Like, I believe later on it kind of came out that he's an Omega level mutant because he can literally charge up the Earth and just blow it all up, which is kind of cool. Not that he would do that, but I always thought he was really cool. Even though when you think about Gambit's uniform, like he's straight up wearing like leotards, like yoga pants with pink on them, these weird metal boots with knee pads, a pink shirt. I don't know what's going on with that collar. Like, what is that? Like, what is that headpiece thing there? It's got to be one of the weirdest. I mean, even the gloves with the 2 missing fingers like that, it's bizarre. But for some reason, when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing. But yeah, like, now that I look at him, he kind of looks like a gay icon, to be honest. And of course, you can't have an X-Men Fig Pig collection without... Did I say Fig Pig? Fig Pin collection without Wolverine. It kind of looks like they're making the X-Men Blue team. But yeah, I hope they make more X-Men because, yeah, I really like them in this Fig Pin form. And of course, I gotta get all 3 Evas, right? Here is Unit 0. Looking really, really cool. I kind of wish they would have made the blue Unit 0 or maybe a chase with the blue Unit 0. I do like it more than the orange, but this looks cool as well. Or maybe they did and I just don't know. Let me know in the comments below so I can go spend some more money. Yeah, really, really nice. And look what happens when you collect Funko Pops. Look at that big ass pile of shit. So as you can see, my idea of cutting back is buying even more Pops and also a whole new series of collectibles. So don't be like me. Save your money, invest it, drink a lot of water, call your mothers, exercise every day, brush your teeth twice a day, and take it easy.